in this teaching and demonstration video, we'll be looking at two martial applications for the Guang form. And I'll be using, again, Kim and Jamie, two of my students. Like I said, I've worked with them before with Tai Chi, but never specifically with this form. However, they have both done push hands and they have worked with some martial applications to the form, so they're not totally new to what we'll be doing today. The first one that we're going to be doing is working with the strike palm-esque Buddha, or salutations to Buddha. So what's happening with the salutations to Buddha is we're working with internal bouncing power. And so I'm going to have my feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to go ahead and get into a left lead bow stance. I'm going to go ahead and touch my hands. So Kim, I want you to come and I want you to place your hands on my forearms, palms up, and don't grab onto it. So what I'm waiting to feel is I'm waiting to feel you're connecting to me. And so I'm going to receive your push in. And then from the push in, you're going to feel like you're winning. So you're going to keep on coming, push in. And then I'm going to push you back. So coming in again. Sinking in. And let's have you come in. Good. So in the form, of course, it starts up, and you're onto the heel, and then you would place the left foot down, receive, and bounce. All right, so let's have you try that. So Jamie, let's have you come over here, get into the left lead bow stance. And you're going to go ahead and hold the hands there. What you're wanting to keep, what's keeping from deflating the arms is you're keeping the round hug the tree pose there. So not using too much muscle, letting everything sink down into then the back foot. And then Kim is going to come forward. And first, Kim, just try doing it. Just do the lean in and let him bounce you off. All right, one more time. All right, and now come in with a little more velocity and go. And next we're going to work with the single whip. And there's a number of different ways that you could work with the single whip. And I'll work with two ways, a step up and a step back out of the single whip. So we're going to get into, both of us, we're going to get into a right lead bow stance. And so from a right lead, you would be throwing a jab to me. And what I want to do is I want to come up. What you don't want to do is you don't want to wait until they've come too far in and then try to block, because then all of a sudden you've tried to stop their motion. You might not be successful in stopping their motion, in which case they're there, and once you've got it this close, they're hitting towards their target. So you're not going to be able to change directions much. So when I see the punch coming, I want to come up and meet the punch. Okay, so one more time again, meet the punch, and then from there, that's where the turn happens. So I've come up, I've met it, I've turned, and turning the wrist. So as I turn the wrist, I'm going to step back, and the left hand is going to come onto the elbow. And as I step back, I'm going to roll the elbow, and I have the wrist locked there. And of course, from there, one could do a turn over or just to the ground. So the points of it is reaching forward, turning the wrist, using the joint block, stepping back, turning the body, and going down. So let's do it with, not with much speed, but with just a little more fluidity. All right. And so the other way, rather than throwing them away, the other way could just be a simple breakdown. So I'm going to work that one with Kim. And Kim is going to come up with here. Once again, both of us are going to be in a right lead bow stance, but this time I'm going to step up and turn into the single whip. So once again, she's going to come up with the fist. I'm going to turn it over, and I roll her arm and take her down. Sorry, I didn't mean to quite do that quite that much. So once again, coming up, roll her arm, and step down. Now, the other way of doing that is deciding where you want to put your foot with it. So she comes in, I roll up, take her arm, come in front of her, and then I have her into a body lock as well as a joint lock, and then I could do the push over to the side, and off she goes to roll on the floor. Alrighty, so I'm not going to do that, but I'm just going to do the gently take you down, but let's make it a little more fluid. So, and down. Now working with the students doing the single whip, so let's get into our right lead bow stances. And Jamie is going to feed the first punch. And okay, so what Kim did there, go ahead, relax. Kim came in with her hand facing the arm, and the whole part of this is that turn. So if you go with the hand, first of all, you could be hurting one of the fingers if it gets caught against your knuckle. The other thing is then it looks like a grab. So when you come up like this, you can even start to deflect as you roll, and then the hand comes up and over and into the hook. So go ahead and feed her the punch again. There we go. And then stepping back and roll. Okay, so once again, what you did there was you got your thumb onto this. If he's a strong guy and he does something differently, then your thumb's going to be broken. So you want to keep the thumb on the same side as the fingers. You want to get right onto that elbow. If you go below it, that's not as effective. On it or just above it is fine. And you want to get on that elbow, and you want to then push that hand up and over and down. That worked. There we go. So now I saw you did the down part pretty well, and you tried to match it with your stepping back pretty well, but I didn't feel that forward motion, that coming up and over with that hand, that really is going to roll the elbow. He's a stronger guy than you, and so then you're going to have to use too much muscle. But if you get all the points together there and get everything rolling together, it's going to make it so much more easy. Again, 4 ounces to flex 1,000 pounds. There we go. There we go. That was good because you even took it in the direction that you were wanting him to go. Okay, very nice.